Master humbly called me a once-in-a-generation genius. I went from a broken spirit root straight to divine grade. People also joked I was a sword master, yet I suddenly felt that even a single finger carried fierce sword chi. All of this was because of one strange ability I possess. Whenever someone praises me, whatever they praise becomes real. 18 years ago, I crossed into a fantasy world, and was picked up and raised by Master at the foot of a mountain. But unfortunately, the sect had not produced a spirit root disciple in 30 years. Tomorrow, the upper sect would arrive to disband us. My 5 fellow disciples feared being caught up in it, and made excuses to bid Master farewell early. They ransacked the courtyard on their way out, and after finding nothing of value, cursed their way down the mountain. Only I had nowhere to go. So I stayed with my aging master, lamenting together over the sect's faded glory. But a monk does what a monk does. Even with disbandment coming tomorrow, I still rose and walked toward the bell yard. Nothing better to do anyway. I wanted to ring one last time. The bells I had struck for 17 years. In the bell yard, every jang apart, sat a palm-sized iron bell. Each one was a gift bestowed by the upper sect. Only a genius disciple with a spirit root could shatter one. Looking across the yard, the 80 shattered bells up front stood as proof of the sect's former glory. Yet after 17 full years of striking, the bell before me still had not a single crack, perfectly intact. I could only grumble and keep ringing, just as the bell's echo faded. Master Li Changsheng sighed, watching my back. With your sharp mind and willingness to endure hardship, if only you had a spirit root you could soar to the heavens. Unstoppable. What a pity. He dimmed and turned to leave, but just as his words fell, I suddenly felt a warmth surge inside me. In the region of my dantian, as if something new had appeared there. A feeling I had not known in over a decade. Thinking of that near impossible possibility, I excitedly raised the wooden mallet and struck the iron bell once more. With a mighty toll of the bell, my already turned master suddenly heard it. At the very moment the sound faded, a faint crackling sound was mixed within. I kept striking in excitement, and the iron bell that had finally cracked was at last shattered to pieces. After 18 full years, I had finally awakened a spirit root. Even more thrilled than I was, Master Li Changsheng, he rushed to my side, trembling all over, like a father whose child had just been accepted into the finest academy. If only the sect weren't so poor. He truly wanted to hold a grand banquet and announce this joy to the world. Early the next morning, the upper sect sent people. 2 elders of Qingyun sect arrived on clouds. Their purpose was to disband the sect. Only then did I learn that Master Li Changsheng was actually a guardian of Qingyun sect. The upper sect, in recognition of his 80+ years of service, permitted him to return and redeem himself through merit. But seeing Master's face, with that smile he simply couldn't hide. I knew he was about to put on a show. Li Changsheng did not accept the order right away. Instead, he mentioned that the sect still had a disciple with a spirit root, and hoped the elders would take me back to Qingyun sect as well. The 2 elders then finally noticed this fair-faced young disciple. One of them immediately pressed my shoulder to examine me. After confirming I did indeed have a spirit root, they swept us up without a word and we took to the sky. The 4 of us flew through the mist for a full 5 hours, before finally reaching our destination, Qingyun sect. Looking at the misty peaks before me, I blurted out, "A cascade of 3,000 feet falls straight down, as if the Milky Way descended from the heavens." That single outburst left both elders stunned. On top of that, Master told them I had composed those 2 lines at the age of 5. The 2 excitedly suggested that after joining the sect, I be placed under the Wenka Pavilion, and might one day become a Confucian sage. They then brought me to a small peak, where disciples awaiting induction had gathered.